Hey guys, today I just want to talk really quickly about moving to a new city. That experience can be really awesome, and it can also be really terrifying. So I just wanted to share kind of my experiences with that. I've made two major moves in my life. The first one was actually a study abroad semester in Costa Rica, and I went there in my junior year. I did know one person on my trip with me, but I didn't know anybody else. I didn't know how to speak Spanish very well, and I lived with a host family that, of course, I had never met or spoken with before I showed up to their house with my suitcase. So I was really lucky to have Derek there, who's the guy that I knew that was there with me, and that was a major source of strength, I think, for both of us, and it made the transition a lot easier because you had somebody already there that you could talk with, that understood what you were going through, and you could go explore together. And that was really nice to have that kind of like home base kind of thing going on. And after college, I moved permanently out of my parents' house and out of my home state of West Virginia, and to Washington, D.C. And I had no support. I had no support system here at all. I didn't know anybody significantly. If you're anything like me too, I have trouble making friends sometimes just because I'm a little bit shy, and it just takes me a long time before I can really connect with somebody. And for some reason, I always think that the other people aren't really wanting to be my friend, that they're just like being nice or something. And it keeps me from like getting close because I'm just like, I don't want to bother them. I'm not going to text them or anything because I don't want to bother them. I don't want to seem too clingy. Ooh, I've been living here for 8 months. I didn't even realize that. Repeated unplanned interactions are the basis of how friendships are formed. So that's really easy to do in school because you have classes together, you see each other in the cafeteria, you see each other in the hallway, you might have a locker close to each other or whatever. Or in college, you like live on the same floor, you have the same classes, you join like groups or whatever, and you just see them around all the time. But once you're an adult and you're in the workplace, that's a lot harder because you may not have coworkers of your same age, or it may be a corporate culture where forming really close friendships with your coworkers is not maybe professional. Or in my case, I actually telecommute, so I work from home, so I meet nobody during the day. I am a grad student, but it's not the same as being an undergrad. I'm never on campus, and the other grad students don't live on campus, so we literally come to school for class and then we all go home. So we're not really talking and interacting during class at all, and there's not really any opportunity to do that afterwards. So there's this thing called Meetup online, which is an internet site where you can go and you can join meetup groups around different interests, and then they just kind of plan events together, and you can go and hang out with people with shared interests. When I moved here, I was talking to my friend from high school, who had just herself moved to Texas, and I was like, I don't have any friends. I'm so lonely. And she was like, try this meetup thing. And to me, it sounded like internet dating for friends, and or like a blind date service for friends. And I was kind of weirded out by it, and I was like, that just sounds kind of sad, to be honest. So I joined some, and then I didn't go to any. But I've recently gone to a handful, finally. Some of them are exactly what I feared. They were really awkward, and I didn't find anybody that I felt any kind of connection with or wanted to see really again, and I just would rather have stayed home. Then I did go to some that were fantastic, and I met people that were really cool, and I loved sitting there and talking with people and getting to know them and doing something fun that we like. I guess I shouldn't have judged the meetup thing so harshly. So if you're in a new city, that might be a good idea to check out. It's not nearly as pathetic as it seems. Moving to a new city can be exhilarating, absolutely exhilarating, and it can be absolutely terrifying. And more I find myself wanting to just drop everything as soon as I'm done with my graduate degree and travel and move to a new city and do all the awesome things that come with moving to a new city. It's so exciting because when you move to a new place, you become a new person. Not because you're trying to lose who you were or because you weren't being everything you could be in the old city. It's just that new experiences like that change you, and they change you in really awesome and fascinating ways, and I absolutely love it. You realize how much there is out there in the world, and you want to see it all, and you want to experience it all, and you want to see all the things that you can be. As a young person, I feel all this pressure to like figure out my life and like get in my career path now and do all the right things now. That's the trap that a lot of people in my generation are in right now, because there's all this social pressure to do the quote unquote responsible, right adult things, but we feel like we're not ready yet. We're not there yet. We have all this opportunity at our fingertips more than any other generation has ever had, and we want to take advantage of it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with either of those options. So I don't think there's one right or wrong way to live your life as a young person right now. Whichever thing makes you happiest is what you should be doing, and that's right for you. It's really scary, but if you're a self-confident person, if you know yourself, then you're going to be fine.